Hi, I'm Amy Poelker, and I'm running for St. Louis County Council in District 2. I'm out here today in front of Rittner High School, where my kids went to high school. And I was fortunate enough that today, Elliott helped my daughter when her car broke down. You see, my daughter's a coach for the freshman volleyball team here at Rittner High School. And her car broke down right as she was trying to get out of here. So he offered to help, and I really appreciate that, Elliott. And I wanted to make sure I put this out there everywhere as far as it can reach to let people know just what a great guy you are. She also got the opportunity while she was here to talk to Maria Chappelle-Nadell. Now, Nadell and I are like this when it comes to the Westlake landfill. And she is a great advocate for the landfill and the people in North County that are having to deal with that. And I wanted to make sure people understood that as well. As far as the landfill goes, I've got her back on that, and I wanted to give her kudos for that. The other things I wanted to go over real quick with you are some of my key points that I just put out over the weekend, as I guess you want to call them my promises. Frankly, when politicians come out and make you promises, they know they can't keep them. I'm not trying to make promises I cannot keep. But I did want to review real quick for you what I have here. What I want to make sure you understand is that my votes will protect residents, they will protect businesses, they will protect municipalities from government intrusion. This is very important. I also wanted to let you know that I have been an alderman for the city of St. Anne for the last 5.5 years. I know a lot about budgeting, and I know a lot about budgeting mostly from my 23 years in restaurant management experience. I believe that the county's budget needs to be restructured for public safety and a few other things. There are a few departments who have been complaining that they haven't had raises in 8 years, and those people need to be addressed, but the county is not addressing them. So I will go in and I will look at the budget and try and find ways to get that restructured. I also wanted to touch base on jobs. The biggest failure on the part of our county is that they've not concentrated on all areas of the county to bring jobs to the county. And that's something that I want to work with Hazel Irby on, Mark Harder, Colleen Wassinger, and anybody else that gets aboard and wants to work on it with. We need to get more jobs in St. Louis County. And I want you to know that you can contact me anytime. On Facebook, I have my phone number. On my website, you've got my phone number. But most importantly, you will be able to reach me anytime by going to your Apple or Google Play stores and looking up the phone app, Amy Poelker. Right there on the app, it has my phone number, my website, my email address, and right now it has some of the things that I stand for. If I get into office, you will be able to use that app to give me your opinion anytime you want. And I will be able to push legislation out to you so that you can tell me how you feel about it. The Westlake landfill, I mentioned earlier, is very important to me. I've been working with Don Chapman on that ever since they decided to put a pipeline 7.5 miles from Bridgeton to Charlotte down the Rock Road, and I discovered what was going on. Now Don and the Westlake moms, I'm sorry I didn't catch on earlier before that, but since then we've been going big at it. And it was actually my township committee man, Bruce Buwalda, who got Roy Blunt involved in it, who got 2306 passed in the Senate, and who is now pushing Ann Wagner to fight as hard as she can and getting 4100 passed through the Congress so that they can put this legislation to rest and get FUSRAP in charge of the Westlake landfill, and let's get some work done on cleaning it up. In the meantime, I want all of you to contact your officials and do the same. Tell them you want them to get to work on that. The last thing I want to talk about is the city-county merger. For those of you that do not understand, the city-county merger is not just about merging the city and eliminating the municipalities. They want to take away your local police. They want to take away your local fire departments. They want to take away your local schools. so that there's one school district, just like the Chicago area, okay? Now, I don't know of too many teachers that were before that. Local government is very important in this area, and it's certainly very important to me. So if you have any questions on that, look me up and give me a holler. I'll fill you in a little bit more. Or look at my website. I actually have YouTube videos on there that explain it very well. And just the last point I want to make from my little notes here is that basically my opponent has voted to do all of these things. He's voted to eliminate your police department. He's voted to eliminate your local government. And I will never do that. So please, if you are in favor of being able to contact your councilman and let them know what you think, take a look at my website at www.amypoelker, Poelker 2.com and find out more about me. And you can ask any of the citizens of St. Anne how they feel about me and whether or not I've done exactly what I'm telling you for them, and they will be telling you yes. So good luck to all of my opponents. Good luck to everybody in the races today, and thank you for listening.